Hey guys, welcome back to AviGaming, and today I just want to do a little video talking about the most asked questions that I get from you guys. I figured this would be the best way to do this. It'd be fun for you guys, and this gives me the chance to really elaborate on some topics. So the first question that I get asked a ton is, how did I get into gaming? And honestly, it's just because I have an older brother. It was just me and him growing up, so he had really no one to play with when we were younger, so it was kind of just like we would hang out with each other, and I wasn't really into the things he was into. He made me watch Dragon Ball Z a lot growing up, and he would make me play video games with him, and at first I was kind of not so into it, but it grew on me, and I found games that I did enjoy. Some of them I didn't, some of them I really did. And funny enough, as we got older, my brother actually started to not like games anymore, and I started to like them more. I remember the first time he got back from Afghanistan, we had plans of playing Halo together. I believe it was Halo 3 at the time. We ended up playing a couple games together, and he was like, wow, you've gotten really good, because he remembers his little girl who had no idea what she was doing, and for the longest time we stopped playing games together. Many years of just kind of going our separate ways. The older brother doesn't really want to hang out with his younger sister. You know, it's not cool to do so. So we kind of just separated. And it was really fun that one day when we kind of just came together and messed around and were making jokes, and like people were talking crap on Xbox Live, and my brother's like, have you ever even shot a gun before? I'm in the military. And he got all mad and was telling somebody how he would like hurt them in real life because he's a big scary military guy. But I just remember being so happy kind of like doing that again with him. And there was times when I would play games with my father. We would play Madden together. I'm not really into sports games, but it was one of the only games my father liked. So I have plenty of memories of me and my dad playing Madden together. With my mother, we played some games sometimes. I remember trying to get my mom to play Halo with me, and she didn't understand the concept of that you need to move both analog sticks to look and to move. She didn't understand the concept. So we'd be sharing a screen doing local play, and I'd look and there's my mom in the corner doing circles staring up at the ceiling, and I'm just like, ugh, it's such an easy concept. Just walk, shoot. I don't understand why this is so hard, because to me it was it's almost like a second nature. But to some people it's really hard to grasp that concept of how to use a controller and do it well. So in my family, I guess there was some minor gaming background, but it wasn't until Christmas one year, I believe I was about 7, when I asked my mother if I could have my own console, and I got my own Nintendo 64, and I was so happy. Played a bunch of Pokemon Stadium. A lot of people ask what's my first game. I honestly can't remember, but I'm guessing it was something on the very early systems. One of them, I don't know, maybe the NES, I don't know. But I do know the first game that I ever owned that was truly mine was Pokemon Stadium. So the next question that I want to answer for you guys is, a lot of people ask me, how did you get started in YouTube? Like, what made you want to do it? What did you do to get started? Things like that. A lot of people tell me that I've kind of inspired them to make their own channels, and they're really curious how to do it but aren't sure. So I kind of want to give a little rundown on kind of what got me into it, how I got started, and maybe a little bit of advice from me to all of you who want to start your own YouTube channel. So I guess the first thing we should talk about is what got me started in YouTube, what made me want to do this. I remember being 14 years old playing Halo 2, and I bought a capture card and put it in my computer. I was so worried. I had no idea how to open up a computer and put something in it. And that in itself was super impressive to me, because I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and I was pretty sure I was going to fry my computer, and it was a very scary moment, but I did it. And I didn't fry my computer. So I made these silly little Halo 2 videos. I actually uploaded one to this channel. It was my Halo 2 montage. I made other silly videos with my friends and just kind of enjoyed editing and putting little touches on things, making it my own, putting my personality into it, things I loved, and shared it with people I care about. It's a really cool thing to me to be able to make videos, and maybe I inherited that from my uncle, who was a really great horror filmmaker. He actually got a few movies out on the shelves, maybe not in big movie theater senses, but to the point where he did get recognized in the indie film industry. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago, and I feel like, and I'm trying not to cry for the sake of not wanting to cry on camera and also my makeup, but I feel like if he saw me now, all the things I'm doing, I feel like he'd be very proud, and sometimes I wish he was still around just so he could kind of help. Wow, I'm like really crying right now. Hang on. Whew. I did not expect to cry while talking about this. I'm sorry. I feel like if he was still around, he could show me more about doing this whole filming thing, because I'm kind of learning as I go. And that's another thing about YouTube, is I've pretty much taught myself everything I know. I feel like he would have been a great help and probably wanted to help me with some of my videos had he still been around. But I kind of just feel like maybe part of that filmmaking bug is in me, because my entire life growing up, my uncle always was in love with filming. He made a lot of horror movies. That was his thing. He made a lot of indie film horror movies. And it was his passion, and maybe a little bit of that rubbed off on me, the fact that you could express yourself so freely through film. And I also love gaming, so I kind of just meshed the two together and found this career that I really enjoy. You know, I didn't wake up one day and just go, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be famous, I want to be rich. A lot of people just assume because you do YouTube that you have a desire to be famous or rich or whatever. I don't. I mean, being rich would be nice, who wouldn't enjoy that, but that isn't why I do YouTube. The fact that YouTube can lead to fame kind of terrifies me, if I'm completely honest. I don't like being the center of attention. I've been more of an introverted person who kind of wants to stay to herself, and if I'm completely honest with you guys, I have had social anxiety up the wazoo my entire life. So I'm not the kind of girl who wants to be in the spotlight. I'm the one who sat in the back of the class, the one who didn't go to parties and rather just sit at home and play games. Like, believe it or not, that's who I am. I know a lot of you think that I'm this extroverted, very confident woman, but YouTube actually gave me a lot of that confidence. That's another topic that I want to talk about a little bit later on. This video is getting a lot more real than I assumed. I wanted to make it a little bit fun and answer a lot of questions, but it's getting pretty serious. So there I was, 14, making Halo videos, and nothing really happened for a while. I tinkered around with some other video ideas, but nothing really came to fruition. So it was about maybe 2010, and I really got into YouTube, maybe even a little before that. I really liked YouTube. I watched all these people and they were amazing, and I saw they were doing what I wanted to do, which is make gaming videos, make people laugh, and make someone's day just a little bit better like people did for me. So in 2011, I made AviGaming. I really thought about it for a while. What did I want to call my channel? I wanted it to reflect both who I am and what I put out. Some of you may know I go by Avia online. That's kind of my online persona, if you will. So I shortened that. I made it Avi, and I put gaming on it. I thought that was the best way to reflect my channel, and I've never regretted it. I love AviGaming. I think it's a perfect name, and I still love it to this day, 3 years later. So kind of what got me into it in short is just I've always kind of had a little thing for liking videos in general and making them, and seeing other people do it kind of gave me that push that, hey, I can do that, I want to do that, so I'm going to do that. The next thing that I want to mention real quick is kind of my beginnings in YouTube. A lot of people were like, oh, I don't have the equipment, or I don't know how to do that. I don't know the first thing when it comes to filming and editing and all of this YouTube stuff. I don't get it. That's what a lot of people tell me, is they don't understand it, they don't know how to do it. You know, and they don't have the confidence for it. Neither did I. I'm still learning to this day, you know? A lot of YouTube is learning. It's like anything else. You can't just expect to know. It's not like you wake up one day with all this knowledge. You have to learn it. You have to have the drive, the dedication, and the passion to want to continue doing it every single day. YouTube is about consistency. And it is so, so important to have a passion for whatever you put out. It doesn't even have to be gaming. Maybe you love cooking. Maybe you love makeup. Maybe you love, you know, making short films. It doesn't matter what you do on YouTube. The great thing about YouTube is it's this open platform to show your creativity and yourself to the world. And if you have enough dedication and enough passion, it can really drive you to, I think, far places. So many people tell me that I want to be a YouTuber. If you want to be a YouTuber, then do it. Don't make excuses that you don't have the equipment. When I started YouTube, I had nothing. I recorded facecam videos with my crappy laptop built-in webcam. I used a Rock Band microphone and put it between my knees to hold it in place while I played gameplays, so that I would have my own audio, my own commentary over the video. I had absolutely no idea how to use editing software, and I started editing on Movie Maker, the Windows program that comes with the computer. Don't use that, by the way. It's horrible. But my point is that I had nothing. I started from the bottom, quite literally. I had no confidence, no knowledge, no equipment. I didn't know what I was doing. You know, YouTube isn't for everybody. But if it's something that you really want to pursue, then I say do it. You know, all the rest of that bullshit aside, everyone has to start somewhere. And if you have to start with literally nothing, you have nothing to lose.